Global News. Global News Sports.
The Jazz and Blues.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Let's look at what's been going on with coaches changes in the league, coaching changes, and while we're looking around the league at teams that are under 500, and in particular, it was mentioned that for Houston, for the University of Houston, that they're strongly considering having a coaching change there with the football program. Now, there's a rule, of course. If you follow the University of Houston, there's a rule of 4 is the maximum games you can lose in one given season. Once you cross that threshold, you're on the hot seat for being let go and practically fired, or so on and so forth. And this has happened. This is according to Renew Couture. This is her thinking on producing. And so if it was me, I would say 3 would be the number, but 4 is fairly reasonable. So basically, before this happened, we saw this coming, where we were headed in that direction, just due to a number of things. One of it being the loss to Rice. And then if you can pay attention to the press conferences before games or before the season, you can kind of hear a coach's tone, and how they speak with media determines how they're doing on the field or with their players behind the scene, the things that we don't get to see on a regular basis. And sometimes you can kind of evaluate how the team is going to do for the season based off of hearing from the coach. And it seemed like there was a lot of uncertainty when we were talking, when the press was talking with the coach there, and there seems to be some depression. There seems to be some nervousness, anxiety, so on and so forth. Now, as I mind you, that coach used to be here years ago under Kevin Sumlin, and so we would think that he would kind of understand the environment and everything, and kind of like do well. But it seems like the recruiting has been an issue. Now, people would say, oh yeah, they've recruited in the portal, and they have pretty much made some recruits. But when you look at the list of recruiting, the top 250 players, 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, and so on and so forth, Houston was on the list only once, and it was for like a 3-star recruit. And you got to do better than that. You gotta be on that list at least 5 different times, and you have to make an impact in recruiting. And so I saw that as an issue. Most people wouldn't, they would beg to differ, but that's clearly an issue in regards to that. Now, after the loss to Rice, which Houston rarely lose against Rice, whether it's home or away, and then the comeback, and it's just like, how do Rice blow you out 28-0? That's unacceptable. When you see losses like that, inconsistency, basically, there's an inconsistency with the coaching staff and the players on the field, and that's how you know. This is at best a team that would win 5 games at the most. They will have a losing season, and now it's time to consider who would be the next coach for the job to come in and fill the void and close the gaps that are there right now with the current coach. And so if Houston lose again at home to Virginia this Thursday, then it's a good chance that you will start hearing a little bit more about Houston potentially considering hiring other coaches and so on and so forth. Now, as I mentioned, there must be a coach with the pedigree of the Hermans, I wouldn't say so. Art Browns, the Hermans, the Sumlins, so on and so forth. They have to have a winning pedigree, and I'm pretty sure they'll do a good job when they do use an agency to search for a good coach. But once again, guarantee you, if Houston lose this game next week or this week to West Virginia, it's a good chance that the current coach would be considered being replaced. Once again, thank y'all for watching Global News Sports. Till next time, have a great day.